Hi everybody, hi every spirit, welcome once again to my channel, Esoteric Cloud Surfer here, ready to take a flight in Esoteric Cloud, which is a lighter and less dense vehicle in comparison to the vehicles that we are using right now, mind, emotions and body, and it's a vehicle that is also vibing on a higher frequency and vibration. So when your spirit jumps into esoteric cloud, it can fly and float to higher realms of reality, more expanded, wider and wiser realms of reality as well. So you can have a higher look, a bird's eye view of yourself and the circumstances you are in, so you can feel lighter about yourself and take the best decisions possible. So here we are on an astrological video today, how Aquarius creates shields, or how Aquarius use shields, because in this term shields is not just for defense but most for defense, and we're gonna talk about that. Just I want to remind you to check my link tree in the description down below, and my beautiful partners link tree as well is in the description down below. I'll be very appreciated if you can support us with views, likes, sharing, donations, whatever. Just your presence is already very valuable, so thank you for being here. I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings and emotions, a whole bunch of individuality, creativity and responsibility as well. So Aquarius, right? Let's start with talking about Aquarius. The Aquarius constellation, the 11th house in the sky, right? I myself I have an Aquarius sun, I have an Aquarius stellium. So how so Aquarius creates shields, right? Because the title of the video is how or why the Aquarius energy, or the one who uses, the spirit that uses Aquarius energy, they create a lot of shields and they have a rather easy time doing that. But why, or what is that shield I'm talking about? So first let's take a look at the energies of Aquarius, the root of Aquarius, which is fixed energy, the ability to be fixed, the ability to harness something, the ability to not move. And then it's air, communication, thought process, communication through letters, through words, through then innovation of that communication, communicate your own individual idea. That's what separates Aquarius from the other two air signs that are way more relatable. Aquarius, we enjoy a lot to communicate and relate, but with our own unique perspective. If it's uncomfortable for others, it will be uncomfortable for us as well, because we still are air signs, so we like to communicate, and we are the opposition to Leo, so we like to make everybody happy. Leo likes that everybody's happy because they happy, or everybody's happy because of them. We like to make everybody happy, but everybody needs to be on their higher standards, and we can be too extreme with that. And that's exactly one of the ways to create a shield, or because Aquarius do not create the shield because like, oh, I'ma do this shield because I love shields, or it's something that we do naturally, and then when you are aware of that ability, when you know what you are doing, it can increase its efficiency and power. Keep in mind, you're talking about esoterically, metaphorically, spiritually. It's not real shields, okay, with powers and shit. It can lead to that in the evolution of our beings and our creativity and individuality, but right now it's the most real it can be, it's mental, all right, because fixed air. Air is the masculine, the expression of your mind. Earth is the internalization of your mind. Fire is the externalization of your emotions and body. Not just, it goes more than that. Fire is very interesting, but water is the internalization of others' spiritual perspectives, emotions and feelings, right? So air, Aquarius is the fixed air, fixed communication, fixed ideas, fixed principles, and then it's ruled by Saturn and co-ruled by Uranus. So it's ruled by structure, limits, boundaries, reality, association, teamwork, and then into that it brings change, newness, rebellious and opposition to Saturn, right? To that structure, building a business, building a family, building a house. Aquarius can do that on a lighter way, And in a more creative way, sometimes it's so creative, it's so extreme that the house will fall off. That's why we need our Caps, Taurus and Virgos, to make sure the air signs are thinking straight, right? And Aquarius being fixed air, it has naturally an ability to create a shield that protects you, right? But Esoteric Cloud Surfer, Scorpio, Taurus and Leo, they also have fixed energy. So does that mean they also can make shields? Yes and no, because Aquarius, or the air element, is the most pure, okay? Do not take that extremely, it's the most pure because air in itself is separation, right? Why logical people don't have too much emotional connection? Because they are separated from that person, place or thing. They can be there physically, but mentally and emotionally they are not. And spiritually they might be in another world. Alright? So air represents separation. So when Aquarius creates the shield, is to separate from something, while the Scorpio will create, it can be fixed, it can create the shield, but it's to keep something in. Okay? Much like the Taurus, or the Leo will create the shield so others can talk about the shield. And many times people forget about the Leo because people enjoy so much the shield, whatever the Leo created around them, right? That they forget the Leo was the one that created the shield, and the Leo gets sad and then goes on tantrums and shit like that. Okay? But because air, and Aquarius is fixed air, is separation, is clearing, is dividing, the shield, or the purpose of the shield is the most pure, as we can speak it, right? So we Aquarius are fixed in our own way to think and communicate. And that's how in reality we create and use the shield. For an example, this YouTube channel is a part of my shield, but it's a layer of it, right? Because then we go to Aquarius, the space where the Aquarius constellation was born out of, or in, it is the 11th house, which deals with friends, associates, like deals pretty much with 3rd and 7th house combined, okay? So you must create layers, so because you join the surroundings, the 3rd house, and you join personal relationships, the 7th house, and you have the whole world, and you know you can go more personal in there, you can go more personal in there, or you wanna go more personal, here you go a little bit, but you don't go too much. That's layers. Each and every layer is a shield of an Aquarius, right? And that shield works in whatever way, whatever is the intention behind that shield. But every time you see an Aquarius, like me, it has a YouTube channel, right? That's a way of a shield, because by me expressing my ideas to you and to the whole world, because I'm so fixed, I'm so unique, I'm so passionate about the way I communicate and speak, that's impactful. So many people will not come around me talking about certain things, because I know I'm deeply, or I'm fixed into a specific realm of reality in my mind. And because I'm so cold, or they feel I'm attacking, because sometimes it's not. People just are too much into their own emotions and they feel attacked. They feel that Aquarius or Libras or Geminis or even the fire signs, Aries and Leo, they feel you are attacking them because we are so expressive. No, you're just insecure. And you see us doing something that you want to do but you feel you can't. That's why you feel attacked. You are attacking yourself. That's for another video, right? But the YouTube channel is a very broad example. In my real life, the shield is thicker because people around me, they know, they better not come talk shit around me, because I've already expressed so many times that I like this, I think that's stupid, I think that's third and that, and I said it fixed in many times, and how I said it, it was confident, it was sturdy. That's one of the greatest Aquarius power. You might be shaking inside, but you can speak with power, you can speak with intent. And that's also the negative part, because you can be speaking a lot of bullshit and sound really convincing, right? But the thing is, the shield of the Aquarius is what and how you speak, basically. I was just trying to explain you in real life example. It's how you speak, okay? Because Taurus can do a little bit of the opposite, which is when they don't speak, when they don't act, you can feel a certain mood. And that's their shield. It's not right, it's not a shield, it's more a dragging force instead of a repulsing force, or instead of a wall like Aquarius. But Aquarius, I like to imagine the 12 zodiac signs, all like I personify them, and so I have 12 people running a spaceship, and we're going to planets, doing business, doing shows, whatever. And like for me, the Aquarius is that guy that he doesn't do a lot of the spaceship maintenance. He does his work, but not like the Virgo is way more dedicated, or somebody that wants attention is way more dedicated. The Aquarius is that type of person that spends his time in his room or in its lab or playing video games, but when it's time to activate the shield from the spaceship, nobody can do it. Only the Aquarius. Because the Aquarius know how to make the right energy come at the right angle. The Aquarius know that if it's for meteors, we need that density. If it's for radiation, we need... I'm using their terms, that's why I'm quoting, but I think we can relate, right? We need that density of a shield. If it's in that space, that we need to adjust our shield, and only the Aquarius can do that really, really fast and really, really for sure. Okay? So, by me speaking, coming back to real life examples of how to create the shield, if I'm with my family, I know that in that space, if it's not being attacked, it's just because imagine, this example is good. Imagine you are going into a spaceship going through a field of asteroids. They don't want to attack you. They are rocks, okay? I know science and NASA, they have their that doesn't make a lot of sense, but just for you to understand, a bunch of rocks in the sky, floating, whatever, right? And you are going into your spaceship. They don't want to attack you, they're rocks, right? But you must dodge them, otherwise you're gonna crash. That's exactly how Aquarius must live their lives. Like, I know you're not attacking me, but if I let you coming too close, you will perturb my space, or I will get lost into your vortex, whatever. It's not many times, that's the difference between Aquarius and Aries. They are both warriors, but Aries is more a real warrior, Aquarius is more a mental warrior. We don't attack, it's more for protection, but then people use that energy in different ways. So, if I'm speaking with my family, that's a field of asteroids, so I know if I don't want them to talk about the speed booster things, I beforehand, not in that event, not at grandma's party, beforehand they already know. I don't believe that shit. They already know if they want me to participate fully into the reunion, they must not speak about that. Or if they speak, I'm just withdraw, and then when we speak about something that I enjoy, I'm back. They know that. So, that's also a way to shield you, the Aquarius, from bad eye, from evil eye, because sometimes by you ghosting or being yourself, people think you are attacking them. But if you already have the shield around you, if they already know how fixed and unique you are, they know. You don't speak about shit that don't interest you, or you have your values, your standards super high, and you just want somebody that can do that with you. That's basically also the whole the whole situation with Aquarius and relationships. We are not looking for a master, we are just looking for somebody that can do the same as we, and without being too heavy, without being too hard work, because for us it's just, we do it, you know. But other than that, I'm hard work mentally, okay? Other than that, I feel Pisces season, straight jacket, right? I'm out there in the space. Oh, and that's another way that the Aquarius can use the shield. So it works as a point of reference, so every time you go out of the shield, you know you are not making sense anymore, right? But all comes from the fixed way to communicate. If I'm around you, if you are a part of my group of friends, you already know what I enjoy, what I don't enjoy, what gets me mad. If you don't know, you're not my friend. You're just an associate. And that's a shield as well. That's a layer of the shield. Because, like I said earlier, we Aquarius join the 3rd and the 7th house, so we know, when we are using our energy in the right way, we know what people in our surroundings can we go personally with. We know that, and we do that. We don't look for validation. We don't look for friends. We look for soul group. And that's the whole point of Aquarius maintaining their shield strong, of Aquarius maintaining their standards high, is because you can speak with everybody on this planet. You can speak with the president and with a bump, with the same trust and confidence, and you can make them associate together in any weird way you can do it. Aquarius. That's why you should not fall short to relating with certain type of people just because you feel lonely, or just because you feel you're not cool, or just because you're an Aquarius. Feelings, you need them for emergencies or to be connected, to make sure that you're not spending too much time outside of this realm. But when it's about being yourself, you should be like, fuck that shit, fuck that feeling. I have my values, I know my values, that's the motto for Aquarius, I know, and I will not drop them just because I feel lonely. No, I will even rise them. So every time I connect with, that's the shield, I will make my shield stronger, so every time somebody enters or tries to enter, if they can't, they're not soul group, or they're not in the same vibe as me. If they can enter, they soul group, or they are soul group potential. Because if you know physics, you know about phasing, right? Like, I remember a show called Flash, that DC superhero. He would move his hand so fast he could put his hand into a wall. And that's phasing. When you move at the same frequency and vibration as the constituents of a material, you can phase through it, all right? And spiritually, it's all about that. It's not about the wall is hard. It's not about that. It's about you and the wall are in the same frequency and vibration. Because if you are, you will not collide. You can pass through that space. Because this wall is actually moving, right? This wall is moving. You guys know that. It's basic science. This wall is actually moving. But in a very, very small space frame. But it moves. It eventually will fall one of these days, hopefully in 1,000 years, but it will fall out of place, right? It will move. This wall will literally move in a way you can see it. But it's moving right now, in a very limited space. Everything is moving. That's a basic scientific context. So, if you are on the same frequency and vibration as me, you will not collide against the shield, you'll just pass through it. Like the shield was not there, you can see it, you know that my words might be in a certain way, but they reach you in a more sweet way, or in a more open way, because we are already connected. So, even if I sound intimidating for others, or I sound not interesting for others, you hear the same words and you kind of agree with them, but you feel different. Because you know inside of the shield, it's different. Your spirit knows, right? And then Aquarius has that square with Taurus, where we judge others' values. You think, if I only open only open the shield for you if I think you are valuable enough. But sometimes we don't have the ability to judge that, because we don't have a lot of water and fire or earth. It's just air, it's just communication, it's just going out and about, separating and shit like that, right? But the whole point of this video is already touched. How Aquarius create shields? By their own fixed way to communicate, so people around us, people around me know not to talk about that shit. People around me know that I'm not interested in that. Because when they talk about it, I might even relate, but they feel it's not true. And that's very different from putting people walking on eggshells. Because Aquarius can do that and then they think they are creating a shield or they think they are correcting. No, you're just being a bitch. Alright? And that's a thin line between Aquarius having a shield or being a bitch. Okay? Because the main difference is the amount of silence. The amount of silence or the amount of calmness. If the Aquarius is always fighting, that's a bitch. If the Aquarius is calm, cool and collected, but in certain topics we snap, that's a shield. Alright? If the Aquarius is just attacking everything, that's a bitch. Alright? So, and real ways to see the shield of an Aquarius is how and what we talk about. If we talk about that, like if you, let's say in 2 weeks, we met 5 times, if on 4 times I spoke about that thing, now you know I'm into that. And you know that if you speak in a certain way or about certain things, about that thing, I might react in a certain way. And because we have the fixed energy, many people just respect that. Many people might even think we are a bump, but they respect, spirits respect the fixed energy. That's why the Masons, that's why the Shadow Government, that's why they worship the fixed stars, they worship the fixed portions of the sky, Taurus, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. That's why they worship the bull, Taurus, the lion, Leo, the eagle, the phoenix, Scorpio, and the man with wings, Aquarius. They worship because they know even if the most egocentrical spirit in the world, if you come around that spirit with your fixed energy in place, they will respect you. For sure. Because that's why we call that energy fixed. It's not the other way around. We call it fixed and the energy is that way. No, we saw how that works. We saw that Aquarius are stubborn. We saw that Aquarius sometimes don't like to change. We saw that Aquarius, sometimes they have the opportunity to change, but they don't want to change because they are opposing you. Sometimes we see that Aquarius repeat. They go to the same paper shop, not paper shop, place where you can get like lottery tickets and shit like that. That place, that kind of store where you can buy also things to wrap your cigarettes and blunts, where you can buy journals and shit. And you go you're very comfortable going in there. The moment somebody tells you, hey, you always go there. Now you want to switch, now you want to change and do that on some... That's the fixed energy, and that last one is more catering more specifically to Aquarius. But by default, by nature, we're going to develop a sense of comfort, a sense of preference. And when somebody knows that we don't prefer that, and you keep bringing in that, you're going to be repulsed by the shield. Okay, so I know I was scared a little bit, guys. I hope you guys still enjoyed the video. I hope you guys know how to give Aquarius their time and space, because it's really important for us to hear, to connect with the right shit, because we humanitarians, we want to change the world. We want to make the world grow. But if we go outside and we let all those demons come in and communicate with us and tell how hard things are for them, and how they at the end of the day we have no space for ourselves, because we're not taking everything in. Okay, guys, so I see you soon. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys found this video interesting, how Aquarius uses their shield, or how Aquarius creates shields by being fixed on their own way to think and communicate. But I thought, because I went a bit deeper to explain or why and how in reality and spiritually, it's about frequency and vibration, it's not about breaking through. I hope that compiles and makes the information way more clear and detailed, so you guys don't need to ponder. You know, Aquarius creates shields by being fixed on their own way to think and communicate. Not treating you like shit, not denying your emotions, not gaslighting you. That's a lie. That's a bitch. That's not an Aquarius, that's a bitch. Everybody can be a bitch. Aquarius, Libra, rising, Moon, Aries, sextiling Mars in Pluto in Scorpio. That's a bitch. That's not Aquarius energy. That's just a bitch. Okay, guys? So, I see you next time. Shout out to the Soul Group. Shout out to Uriel. Shout out to my beautiful partner, Mystaria. And I hope you guys are doing well. See you soon!